And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. The offense will take their first time out of the half. Let's talk strategy here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Makes it second and short. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Breaks loose at the 45. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down after that previous play. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there, and it cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Chris, a big part of the reason they're playing in this national championship is they're an aggressive offense. They didn't hit this one, but I love the idea, and I think it sends a clear message that this defense better be ready to defend the long ball.
Rough opening possession. They're now backed up. It's third and a mile. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Pass caught. Gets some space around the 30. Defense stops him short of the markers, and now it's fourth down. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. He's got it. A fourth down conversion. Drive stays alive. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
And the Buffaloes have first and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
The Buffaloes pick up enough for a first down here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. From the shotgun, handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense, because the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
This is the 6th play on the drive. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Seventh play now, the opening drive, but it's third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
And he lobs it deep down the middle. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Look out, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
They're going to run the option. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick pressure, they've got him down for a sack.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more speed to be able to cover with those 5 defensive backs. It also allows that defensive line with that good coverage to get after the quarterback, as we see here.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Complete to the running back, but can he get there? And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the Bearcats will send their punt team onto the field. And that sets up a return. And they've got the returner corralled. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the grab.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. Big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. That wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty will push the offense back 5. A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Campbell, head coach, keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds, so no chance at a return here. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Close to the tight end. He's got it for a big gain. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it at the 35.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he'll set up to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. The pass is intercepted. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Here comes the Colorado offense back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. That's caught. It's Pierce. They bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the first down.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense sets the formation. It's third down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Snags a quick throw. The gain is not enough for first down, so it brings up a 4th and short. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And the Buffaloes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Man, every single time this guy runs the option, you're kind of like holding your breath, wondering if he's going to break a tackle or get out into the open field and use his speed. He picks up some yards here, but let's see if this defense can keep putting pressure on him and not letting him get out into the open.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He's going to take off here. In the clear at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the 1st down marker is, picking up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Escapes the sack. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play and a completion. They'll crank the tempo here for this next play. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. And he drops back in the gun. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
Usually you like to run the football this close to the goal line, but if you're going to throw it, I'd get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker so you don't have a risk of taking a sack.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back, launching one to the end zone, and is intercepted. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And here comes the Bearcats offense back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Takes the toss and heads left. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. The defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They'll give it to the running back. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
This is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. The Bearcats will send the punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. they'll kick it away here. Returner decides to fair catch this. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Look at him out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Really good job here by the defense in coverage. Did a nice job here of staying in phase with the receiver. There's no chance for a completion at all.
Second down, we're going to throw it. And he's going to launch it deep again. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buffaloes will kick it deep to begin the second half. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the Cincinnati offense back out on the field. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you've got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Keeping it on the ground here. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the ball squeezed in there. He's got to do a better job of working through his progressions to find that open man.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back.
For the defensive coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch, enough for the first down. But the defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Well, I know analytics are going to tell you to go for it in 4th and inches. It's just a little bit scarier doing it in your own territory. But listen, if you trust your offense and you trust the preparation you've had in these kind of short yardage situations, I say if they get another one of these, they go for that one too, because it clearly has worked out for them.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
I know the toss play begins with a guy taking the snap, he turns around and flips it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is can they set the edge as an offense? Whether it's an offensive tackle, a tight end in that same direction that where they want to run the ball. Because if they can do that, you get the result that you want just like this. If you don't, oftentimes the play is blown up right at the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's second down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Slide 22.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short game. Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling? It's an option look. Quarterback keeps the football. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Jukes, the defender, gets brought down after a solid game.
You know, toss play just starts with the offensive line, whether or not they can set the edge on the outside, whether it's a tackle or a tight end in that same direction. If they do that, you're going to have positive yards. If you can't set that edge, the play's going to blow up.
And he finds his tight end for the catch. Tackle, but first down. As the tight end flex out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Send the back in motion. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That puts them on top in the second half. So a long, methodical scoring drive, great execution, championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional in how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is back out on the field. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down here for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch, and they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations. And they're easy completions for the quarterback.
That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
That completion sets up an important third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Pressure is coming. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on down.
They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying on their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And they add to their lead.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buffalo's offense is back out there on the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Receiver makes the grab, and the gain just good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. Finds his target, and it's complete. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. Can he get there on the ground? The first down pickup tackled at the 45.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. The defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Colorado. The defense adds 6 points. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Cincinnati offense retakes the field now. The defense has all 3 timeouts remaining, so they have to run a couple of plays here. And looking to throw now on first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Back in motion now. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Here we go. Crucial play coming up. It's 3rd down and 3. You give it to the big fullback here. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. So early movement from the offense, that'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Rolling the dice a bit, up one possession and going for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back, makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Oh, the defense blows an opportunity. You get them the fourth down, a chance to get the ball back to your offense, and instead it's a first down, and now this one could be over.
Looks like the Bearcats will have 1st and 10 here.
42 Slider.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play, blows it up.
And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Wow, a big chunk play to pick up the first down. Now, don't get me wrong, he went out of bounds, but by getting that first down, new set of downs, continue to milk that clock and try to get this win.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. For the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. They are officially your kings of college football and national champions, the Cincinnati Bearcats.